you're talking about before you start running your mouth about things. Frequently, people don't. I know I'm not. I know I'm guilty of that myself sometimes, but I'm. You know, I'm not going up standing in front of people or have the same podium he does. My podium is a little soapbox in the corner, nothing else. At least I readily, you know, like if I fuck up, you know, I'll admit my fuck up. This guy, no, he doubles down. Well, does he? I've only seen little bits of him. I'm not sure if I could say that. But yeah. Sorry for going off on a rant there. It just, that kind of thing gets under my skin. But, yeah, basically I wouldn't be dealing with those 4 companies or JGAX. So, feel free to suggest anyone else. I'll still have to look into them to confirm, like, can I do Let's Plays? Do they have any issues with them? Any stipulations? But beyond that, there's no company I can think of that I would have issue with doing the footage of. There we go. So yeah, sorry for ranting there for who knows how long. Just that irritates the bejesus out of me. Actually, wait. Let's get out the bronze drake. To get to lost time is never found again. Oh, never mind. I found it. Bronze drakes. God damn, it feels like I'm moving slower almost. But anyway, bronze drakes, you get these from Calling of Stratholme. It's a dungeon in Wrath of the Lich King, I do believe. Yeah, it is. You get these if you complete it within the heroic mode within a certain time. Well, actually, you get just before the boss. The boss is on the right, but if you hook a left and go fight an optional boss and defeat it before a certain time limit runs out, you'll get this as a mount. For those who don't know what the Calling of Stratholme refers to, is there's an event within Warcraft 3 where the people of Stratholme are infected with the plague of undead. They ate poisoned grain. They consume poisoned grain. So Artis goes around slaughtering them because they're going to turn into the undead. Mal'Ganis is trying to recruit these, like trying to rescue them, not the civilians, the zombies. He's trying to, you know, he's trying to mobilize an army or something. I don't know what he's doing with them, but this is like a step in Artis's descent into madness, into becoming the Lich King. So yeah, after he does this, Mal'Ganis taunts him about some in Northrend. So Artis strides out to Northrend. He also kind of pissed off his trainer, Uther, the Lightbringer. That is his title, right? Meh. Anyway, pissed him off and Jaina. And so they left him, they wouldn't help him with the calling. Oh, I never noticed these on the ground before. I think they'll clean up the corpse. You know, I never saw that helmet before. But anyway, yeah, Mal'Ganis taunted him. He went to Northrend, where he found the Frostmourne, and, you know, became the Lich King's champion. And then after the end of Frozen Throne, became the Lich King. Yeah, I never saw this kind of helmet before. In WoW. I don't believe. Yeah, I think it's a unique thing. But, in WoW, the Twilight Dragonflight are trying to prevent the Calling of Stratholme, along with Medivh opening the Dark Portal. They're trying to stop various catastrophes on Azeroth. But we have to prevent them from stopping it. We have to make sure history plays out the way it plays out. I'm not really sure why, if it's known why they want to stop the events playing out the way they are. I know the leader of it manipulates certain events because they are trying to prevent their own death, and they claim that after the end of one of their plans, that this is a better outcome than, you know, everyone dead and by Deathwing's hand call, and Deathwing then impaled on top of the Wormrest Accord. But then the other solution, but he was kind of got mad from various things like oh god and whatnot, so who knows how accurate he is. But I'm not sure if that ties in with them whole trying to stop various different tragedies throughout Azeroth. Not sure how it ties in at all, if you know, if it does. Anyway, many advantages. Yeah, I read that. Do you have the samples I requested, Thalas? Take this, Thalas. You'll feel the difference immediately. Feel free to bring me more spinal dust. I can use as much of it as you can provide. Side effects? You might feel your joints aching up a bit. Nothing permanent, I assure you. You might start feeling your joints acting up a bit. Oh, fantastic. Just what we needed. I got Ice Lance here that does 33 damage to an enemy target. Ice Lance damage is doubled against frozen targets, and it replaced my Fire Blast. How do you freeze a target? I know you can reduce movement speed, but I don't believe that's a frozen target. And Frost Nova, that freezes them in place, but I don't believe that would make them, is the only way to make them frozen, because that kind of makes that ability kind of shit, because you have to use a 30-second cooldown ability to actually make this do anyway reasonable damage. Doesn't seem very good. Cancel. I don't have many Horde only mounts, as you may notice. A lot of these are grayed out because they're Alliance. Sadly, there's no way of cutting the Alliance ones out. After being freed from vicious harpies by Karn and Troll, many of these creatures became valuable companions of the Horde. That actually happens in Warcraft 3. During a quest, you have to, during a mission, you have to go free the Wyverns, and then you get Wyvern Riders who, when upgraded, can actually shoot their attacks. Who can actually shoot their range attacks are poisoned. They throw poison spears. There we go. But here's the Core Hound. Here's the Flame Ward Griffin. You do this if you get to Exalted with the Molten Front Offensive, a faction that I hate. I hated the daily quests and the fact that they provided a resource that made no sense. You get these tokens for doing their missions. They were to signify that how much you've helped the cause, but you then give them to outside factions who have no reason to apply any value to them. It's one thing, like, you know, the honor and valor point token people, that, you know, that's its own thing, but it's another thing to like have, like, you know, an internal currency that you give to an external source and have that, like, convince them to give forces, like, oh, you gave me like 100 bottle caps, sure, we'll give you our assistance in this fight. That makes no sense. None. They could have done that system of gradually bringing allies into the fight much better. They could have done it better. I'm not sure exactly how they could have done it, but I think he could have done it much better without this strange, you know, use of an internal, you know, the tokens to bring people into a fight, when the tokens mean nothing to them, wouldn't have any value to them, or at least would be strange if they did. Darkhan's armies will soon fall. The Scourge will not stand a chance against the combined might of the Sindarai and the Forsaken. The combined might. The combined might, my Antonelli. No. It's the combined might of me and my water elemental. Excellent job, Thalas. Without your help, those prisoners would have lost their minds and souls to the scourge.
Time is of the essence.
Wait, what? Time is of the essence? What? Alright, the only way to get the last bit of rep I need for the Tranquillian, the 250 left, is to kill Darkhan. And now, while I do have that extra little bit of health and the, you know, mana and whatnot, I don't have the stats I need to take him on. I don't have the equipment I need to take him on. Like I said, I'll come back to him at a later stage. So I'm going to head down to the road here, and I'm going to take a left. I'll show you over here. Then I'm going to pop over to the Forsaken and grab a Griffin over to, well, sorry, Zeppelin over to Ogrimmar. I need to go talk with you. Well, Ruda, whatever. You read a? You read a. You read a book. You read that name wrong. You read a stone. But anyway, yeah, I have to head over to that orc. I do believe it's an orc. I have to go have a chat with them. Just the movements on it. It's like it's going up for a chest bump, or like it's going to go for a body slam in a moment. So yeah, this is a Marnie path. Once upon a time, I think there was enemies up here, of some degree. Not to the right, but over here, maybe. But there's now Forest Rider Troll Hunters. But basically, what was going on here this was during Cataclysm. The Zandalari were a faction of trolls that before Cataclysm, they were setting around stopping ZG. They're trying to summon a god there, and they're trying to stop them. They gave you, if you turned in items to them, they gave you gear in return. But now after the Cataclysm, where they got messed up, their home island got messed up, they have set about trying to reclaim land, trying to set up a troll empire, with, as he's saying, all the trolls under the Zandalari banner. So they've recolonized Zul'Grub and Zul'Aman. Even brought back a few of the bosses from each instance, or at least the Zul'Grub one. I can't really speak to Zul'Aman. Zul'Aman was a Burning Crusade raid that I never really spent much time in. Again, it was one I thought I would have plenty of time in the future to do, but they went and changed it. But anyway, here, I'll read this to you. I am the commander of Silvermoon's defenses, and I'll seek assistance as I deem necessary. Sorry, I missed a bit of conversation here. We'll see that bit in a moment. Now, Chieftain Zul'jin. Chieftain? Did they actually alter that for the Miss Pandaria? That's a nice little touch. Before we were so rudely interrupted, this happened long before Mrs. Pandaria. It was back in, like I said, Cataclysm. Before we were so rudely interrupted, you were telling us about the Zandalari plan. That I was. The Zandalari called a meeting. All the troll. I called a meeting of. I'm trying to say his accent, but it's very difficult as I have no experience with it. I can do Southern Belle. Oh, I do declare. Oh, my stars and garters. Or female prostitute. Hey there, sailor. Looking for a good time? I have no idea how well that turned out. To me, it sounds bad, but if I listen to it in a recording, it sounds substantially better than how it sounded to me. I got chills once from it. Of course, I don't know how well it turned out this time, is the thing. But anyway, when I was younger, I used to be able to do a great Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can't do it anymore. And I also used to be able to do a... what are you... oh, they're actually... No. I thought these were named units, but they're not. They're unique warrior units I've never seen before. But I could also do a Mickey Mouse impression, though. It's after going weird that I could do the hee Mickey Mouse laugh, but it quite quickly I could also do like more of an evil Mickey Mouse laugh, but it quite quickly turned into a just a weird witch laugh. So yeah. Okay, the vent will reset here soon enough. But yeah. Let me see if I can try and do the Mickey Mouse impression anymore. Come on, Trode, cooperate. No. Hey, kids! No, sorry, I'm too hoarse. It may be going down the right path, but way too hoarse. It was also always slightly off, I do believe. I don't think it was a perfect one. It was good, but it wasn't perfect. I don't think so, anyway. But yeah, the Southern Belle and Female Prostitute was always... They were one of my better ones. But anyway. The Zandalari called a meeting of all the troll tribes, including the Darkspears. King Rastakhan, he be planning to unite the troll tribes under his Zandalari. Khan! Sorry, Rastakhan, Khan. It was begging. It was on its knees pleading, please Philip, make the joke, please. It's the only reason I get up out of bed anymore. Then you start wondering, how does a name have a bed? But then you stop wondering, because you start feeling rather insane. Anyway, recording locally. Let's get back in. Sorry about that, I always get paranoid every so often. Anyway, under his Zandalari, including the Amani, the Gorbashi, all of them. He be dispatching emissaries to every tribe. My scouts have reported nothing but quiet outside Zulaman. They be holed up inside the ruined city, regrouping. Rashikan be calling me his brother, but the Horde be our true brothers. We gotta stop him before he can sweet-talk the others into joining his empire. So how are we gonna deal with this alliance between the Amani and the Zandalari? Keep in mind this is between the this Brightwing guy who was the Ranger General of Silvermoon and Varessa Windrunner, the Ranger General of the Silver Covenant. It's a faction associated with Dalaran. She's also sister to Sylvanas. You may have guessed that from the whole Windrunner thing. So is it just me or this bloke taller and more like stand out more than everyone else, even these other guys up the front? Like, it just makes him seem like he's like, you know how these stand. Well, she's like, you know how these are kind of taller than everyone else just by a bit. But yeah, it just makes him seem like that. Anyway, so anyway, how that we must prevent it from occurring in the first place. That be the plan. My men be infiltrating the city and learning what they can about the new Zandalari warlord. Harukin, let's go with Brightwing. Brightwing, we should combine our forces and make preparations to act upon the reports from Dark Spirit Scouts. Agreed. Messenger, may you carry word of our plans back to Lord Lotamar, but make it clear I will not tolerate any further interference. Alright, and now here's the bit we missed. I bring word from Lord Regent of Silvermoon. Lord Lotamar demands an explanation of the presence of this exile in our lands. He's referring to her. Keldalas is as much as my home as it is yours, and will not see it fall to our ancient enemy. Now tell your cowardly regent. Varessa, please. She is here at my invitation courier. Most of my Farstriders are away, and cannot be recalled easily. Varessa's rangers know the land, and they are experienced as combatants. Lord Lotamar does not concur with your reasoning, Ranger General. You have no authority to invite this. I am the commander of Silvermoon's defences, and I will seek assistance as I deem necessary. And then it continues from there. This used to be different. There used to be tents of various different